Thank you, Devin, for that very wonderful introduction. And good evening to President Friedrich and Mrs. Friedrich, faculty, coaches, fellow honored guests, and students, and all guests. I am very sad to miss all of the activities of homecoming weekend. However, it is great to be receiving the Hall of Fame honors with two such outstanding women's athletes in Becky and Mindy, and of course the 202-203 women's basketball team. I wish to offer my congratulations to them for all their efforts and all of their successes. I also want to congratulate Stan Schluter, who has done everything imaginable and unimaginable to have kept the facilities of Concordia in tip-top shape for the athletes and the fans for many years in whatever sport is in season. Thanks to the Hall of Fame committee for their confidence in selecting me for this honor, and to Mr. John Sievers, who nominated me. This is a rare opportunity to profess publicly what Christ's effect on my life has been. My future was influenced at birth when I was born into a very, very athletic family. Ordinary survival depended upon speed when it was time to use the bathroom. Competing with four brothers, all of whom were 3 to 5 inches taller than me, and one beautiful sister who primped a great deal, was a sport in itself. The love and camaraderie we shared evolved into pride at the extraordinary sporting accomplishments of each brother, the highlights of which were participating in the first Pan American Olympic Games in Argentina, reaching the Major League Baseball team, signing to play basketball with the National Basketball Association, and playing in the baseball minor leagues for years were all important part of our family history. Following my high school graduation, on a Friday night, my professional baseball contract was offered to me on Sunday night, and I signed and played in my first professional baseball game on a Tuesday. This at 17 years old and very inexperienced, you might say. My boyhood dream, however, was being fulfilled. The term professional indicates a paycheck, which because of my inexperience was all of $200 per month. The Rookie of the Year award was presented to me at the end of my first year. Some of the honors awarded to me over the years were the most popular player and, of course, a number of all-star team awards. This was accomplished through the St. Louis Cardinal organization and the Milwaukee Brave organization. Several years ago, the Oakland Tribune from California was doing special articles on outstanding athletes in the high schools in the Oakland area. All 5 brothers and one very athletic sister graduated from Oakland Concordia. The sports editor did an article on the Faszholz brothers from Concordia, Oakland. This was exceptional because the enrollment was at Concordia was roughly 140 students every year. The title of the article was "The Fabulous Five," a remarkable tribute to our family. A significant 2 years in my life was spent in the U.S. Army during the Korean War. My interest in U.S. history and geography began with my trip in Korea in 1952 to serve there. Radar repairman was my job in a field artillery battalion. For my service in Korea, I was awarded an accommodation ribbon. A fine honor also occurred this past year when the Korean War or Korean Veterans Honors Flight, which included 462 veterans, myself included, were flown to Washington, D.C. The trip was absolutely extraordinary and never to be forgotten by all of the veterans who participated. From a long-time goal of professional baseball, which after 8 years seemed to reach a pinnacle, with the need to depend on the Lord's guidance, the difference became a career and a calling began to take shape in my mind. It seemed the Lord was calling me to serve others instead of achieving statistics for a team and myself. The idea of standing in a classroom was scary at the time, but would eventually in turn to be very fulfilling. I am left on a career based upon personal success to a calling from the Lord into a service of you work and you do for other people. It was an entirely new phase of my life. The first step to return to this was I went back to Concordia, Oakland, and then on to Seward to complete the preparation for my teaching experiences. At this time, I was married to Marion, my wife. I had 2 children, Jeanette and Gary, and I was being supported by the GI Bill of Rights, which came in very handy. Meeting Coach Luther Schwick was being able to participate in the basketball program despite my advanced age of 26 and not having played competitive basketball in 10 years became a test for me. Coach Schwick did an outstanding job in getting us to play together as a team. When you consider he had 1 returning letterman and the other new players were from Indiana, Texas, and California. They were the ones who ended up making the squad. The team started out slowly but soon began to gel and ended up, of all things, winning the conference. It seemed each player had a role, and our role improved, so did we. My role was that of being the playmaker and the coordinator on the floor, running the offense. During the session, I got the nickname of Dad. Why would that surprise you? Because most of the players were younger and were underclassmen, and of course I was old, and my hairline was already receding, and as you can see, it continued to do so. It was a wonderful experience for me, however. My first call upon graduation from Concordia here was to San Leandro, California. Like many young teachers, my duties were extended to congregational services. One of my favorite memories is the organization of the East Bay Lutheran Athletic League, connecting other Lutheran elementary schools into a conference. It was met with great exuberance. The Lord blessed these 8 years with an awareness that the call was an opportunity to serve and reach out to students in many ways. Our family of 4 was blessed with Karen, our 3rd child. A new call was soon to arrive to return to Seward and to serve at Concordia High School on the college campus. Besides teaching and coaching, the real challenge was a driver's ed course, which you needed a sense of humor, and it was necessary, and it was mandatory. Concordia High School had a conference championship and state tournament in basketball and a state tournament in baseball. The decision to close Concordia High School in 1972 was rather a blow and resulted in another call to Martin Luther High School in Greendale, Wisconsin, the suburb of Milwaukee. The experience there was blessed with 6 conference championships and 6 state tournaments. Once again, the relationship with the faculty, the students, and other coaches in the Christian environment aided the program. Was rewarding, and as I served there for 20 plus years. Upon retirement, we quickly decided that Seward was the most suitable place for us. Plus, I was able to, on reaching Seward, able to help coach the baseball program for 6 years. In conclusion, I am happy to say that all my kids became Christian teachers in all the different locations and all our travels, including my baseball, Army, and teaching careers. I have seen the hand of the Lord in each one of these decisions. I have truly been blessed in my service to the Lord, and I thank and praise Him for all my blessings. Thank you.